Think you know the story of Moses inside and out? Think again. What if there were hidden acts of divine power, moments of breathtaking wonder that have been overlooked for centuries? Join us as we peel back the layers of ancient texts to reveal 5 lesser-known miracles of Moses that will redefine your understanding of this biblical hero. From his humble beginnings as a baby in the Nile to his exodus from Egypt, every step of Moses' journey is marked by extraordinary events. But how much do you really remember? Are you ready to embark on a spiritual adventure that will challenge your knowledge and deepen your faith? Then let's dive in together. Know the rod's lesser-known wonders. When you think of Moses, what iconic images come to mind? Perhaps the burning bush or the parting of the Red Sea? These are undoubtedly pivotal moments. But what if we told you there's more to Moses' story than meets the eye? In Exodus chapter 4, we see Moses questioning God about his mission, and in response, God gives him 2 signs. The first, he's to throw down his staff, which then magically transforms into a serpent. Now, while this might seem like a magician's trick, it was actually the first of many miracles attributed to Moses' rod. It's also important to note that this isn't just a random staff. This is a divinely empowered tool. Later in the story, when Pharaoh remained defiant against God's commands to let the Israelites go, Moses and Aaron turned their staffs into serpents as a sign, a clear demonstration of God's power. But the rod's abilities didn't stop there. It swallowed the rods of the magicians, symbolizing the supremacy of God's power over Pharaoh's magicians. The climax of the rod's power is seen when Moses, using the rod, parts the Red Sea, allowing the Israelites to escape from Pharaoh's pursuing army. However, the rod's importance doesn't end here. It continues to play a crucial role in the lives of the Israelites. In Exodus chapter 17, the people complain about their lack of water, and Moses, through God's command, strikes a rock with his rod, causing water to gush out. He does this again later in Exodus chapter 20. Both times, the rod wasn't just a symbol of Moses' authority, but a conduit of God's miraculous power, providing essential resources in the midst of the wilderness. But the miracles associated with the rod don't end with Moses. Aaron too uses a similar staff to perform miracles, such as transforming his staff into a serpent in Numbers chapter 24. The miraculous power vested in these staffs serves as a tangible reminder of God's presence and intervention in human affairs. No, 2 miracles of sustenance in the wilderness. The story of the Israelites' exodus from Egypt is a tale filled with miracles. One of the most well-known is the provision of manna, a miraculous food that appeared daily in the wilderness, enough to sustain each person for the day. But what often gets overlooked is the context surrounding this miracle. For instance, when the Israelites complained about their situation, God provided quails by the ton, a dramatic and immediate response to their grumbling. Number 3, the unsung miracles of leadership. The Bible tells the story of how Moses, while leading the Israelites out of Egypt, received the 10 commandments on stone tablets. But what many don't realize is that this event came after a series of miraculous encounters that established Moses' authority and connection with God. For example, in Exodus chapter 33, Moses pleaded with God to show him his glory, and God responded by taking his life. Notice the word life here. It implies a moment when Moses was separated from his mortal existence and allowed a glimpse into the divine. It was a direct encounter with the essence of God, a miracle of access. Furthermore, Moses had a unique ability to intercede on behalf of the people of Israel. In Exodus chapter 32, when the people, under Aaron's direction, crafted the golden calf, God was ready to destroy them. However, Moses, through his fervent pleading, swayed God's judgment, saving the Israelites from annihilation. This wasn't merely leadership. It was a testament to the depth of Moses' faith and his closeness with God, a supernatural privilege. Number 4, the miraculous preservation. Often overlooked is the fact that Moses miraculously preserved the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark, containing the tablets of the law, was a symbol of God's presence and authority. Yet it faced numerous threats from hostile nations and internal rebellions. Throughout the journey, the Ark remained protected, a silent witness to God's faithfulness. It reminds us that amidst the challenges and complexities of leadership, divine favor can be a stabilizing force. Number 5, Moses' death and unknown burial site. The final miracle of Moses is perhaps the most intriguing. His death, Deuteronomy chapter 34, describes how Moses, at the age of 120, stood on the peak of Mount Nebo, gazing at the promised land, but was prohibited from entering it. God then caused Moses to die, a direct act of God, a miracle that ensured the continuation of Israel's journey under new leadership. Moreover, the account states that no man knows the burial place of his body, suggesting a deliberate divine action to prevent the site from becoming an object of idolatry. There's a reason why these lesser-known miracles are often overlooked. They challenge conventional narratives and invite us to look beyond the surface. Each miracle, whether through the rod, the provisions in the wilderness, Moses' unique access to God, the preservation of the ark, or his mysterious death, testifies to a God who is not only transcendent, but deeply involved in the affairs of humanity. So the next time you hear the story of Moses, remember, there's always more to the narrative than meets the ear. Unseen divine protection and guidance. Guiding the Israelites through the wilderness wasn't just a logistical challenge for Moses, it was a divine assignment. God promised to be with the people, sending a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night, not just to lead them, but to protect them. This was more than a navigational tool. It was a constant, visible miracle of God's presence. And there you have it, 5 untold miracles of Moses that challenge the conventional narrative and invite you to see Moses not just as a leader but as a conduit of God's power, a man chosen to deliver God's people from oppression and guide them to freedom. How did you feel after watching these videos? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to hear this message.